So in this video lesson, I will teach you how to make this beautiful piece that we translate V neckline. So it is V neckline in front and back. I'll show you here, it's the same neckline, okay? I'm reaching my legs here. She did the same in front and back, and I chose to put pearls here, all on the front. One that is to give a charm, an extra detail to the piece, to value the work, and another to differentiate front and back because it is exactly the same. So from there, for you to be one day wearing AA pose in the front, the other day on the back, it doesn't have the right side. It's pretty cool and pretty easy to do, isn't it? So through step by step, I will explain to you to do is to adapt to all sizes. So this piece is woven. It's very quick to make because you make 2 squares and you've already made it up to here, the whole flap, and then you only make the desired length. Then you choose if you want to do cropped. I understand, but I explain everything there in the video class, all the details very clearly for you. Yeah, so I am going to show you here again more closely the front. Look how beautiful it is, quick and easy to make, uses little material. This is where you can have the option of making this bar to adjust and give this detail here, or you can leave it wide. But I also explained there in the step-by-step class. So I used to make 3.5 balls of summer yarn. From the circle and needle I used 3.5 to grow the whole body of the piece, and 2.5 to do only the finishing here of the collar of the sleeve and the bar that I wanted to give a little adjustment in it. That's why I stayed so as not to reduce stitches to grow with a smaller needle. Okay, so let's go to the step-by-step class of this beautiful blouse here, neckline D, autumn winter. To make this piece, I will use the yarn Verone from Circulo Somvelos with 406 mem. Here he suggests a 3 to 4 needle. Oops, sorry, here. 2.5 to 3.5 crochet, okay? And text is 369. The color I'm going to use is, the color is 5286, which is the green flag. It's for weaving, it's the piece. I'm going to use the size 312 needle, okay? Yeah. So these are the materials I'm going to use and the measuring tape, okay? The measuring tape to take my measurements. And yes, there won't be much sewing on this piece, very little sewing. So I will use my own crochet needle to make the seams that I have very few. And the finishes in the end will have few finishes too. Then I'll use the crochet or upholsterer needle to make the final touches, right? So I'm going to show you here how we're going to take the measurements to make this piece. So here it is. Let me get closer. Because the drawing here from the magazine that I took, oops, it's good. Oh, now it's good. Very tiny. Here. Oh, you'll take the circumference. The measurement of the circumference of the bust normally takes 3 measurements, right? The circumference of the bust, the belly. And from shoulder to shoulder, you always take these 3 measurements, then you take the largest one. So those who follow my work already know how to take the measurements because I always explain and show you here. So you take off these 3 and take the biggest one because then the blouse will be perfect, okay? So take those 3 measurements and choose the largest one because sometimes you take AA. The one with the bust. And sometimes a person has a bigger belly, right? It turns out that the blouse is tight on the belly and so on it goes. If the person has 11 very wide shoulders and you take the measurement of the bust and the bust was here, it is larger than the bust, then the blouse ends up getting tight. Always take the larger measure. You will also need to take the measurement from your sleeve, okay? And the sleeve is 3/4 of this model, so you will take more or less here like this. Oh, this measurement you put the measuring tape here on top of your shoulder and go down here a little below your elbow, okay? Which is the size 3 bedrooms. And also, you will need to know the length that you will weave this piece. So you put it right here on your shoulder and go down and stop as far as you want. I'm going to go down to my hip. It will be the size I want for my piece. But nothing prevents you from doing a cropped that is here at the waist, a little longer, leaving that little band here on the belly, you know? Then it's up to you. You choose the size you want to make for your piece. Mine's gonna be here up to hip height, give or take, right? So basically these are the measurements and we're gonna make the blouse, yeah. We're going to make this piece through 2 squares, okay? So it's the square. It's pretty simple to do, but I'll explain to you how to do it, okay? So here, regardless of the size you are going to make your piece, your measurements, you will always start this way, okay? You're gonna do OAO, not the slide here. A little initial, and it will make 4 chains. What are 23 and 4? Now I will close with a very low point on Wednesday. Chain here, it was the first one I made, and I enter with the needle and make a very low point. I pull the wire and step inside. So I made a little ring here to start. Here is my work. So I make here 3 little chains that equals 1 high point. I think I'm just going to do 2 and I'm going to get into this little hole. She got tiny like that. Oh, but you pulling here. Oh, you find her way here and you'll do it. And you pull this thread here. Oh, and you're already hiding it, okay? It'll make a high point. You're gonna make 1 more high point, so I'm gonna make 3 high points. This right here is my square. So who knows how to do it can already do it well. Oh, I scored 33 points. These 2 chains are equal to 1 point here I'm going to do. 2 separation chains. And I go again inside this little space here, oh, this very small little hole. And I'm going to make another block with 3 high points. Oh, I made 1, I made 2, and I made 3. I took out all the loops, the fibers of the yarn there. I did the 3 high points. Now I'm going to make 2 little chains and I'm going to do it again in here. 3 more high points, 2 and 3. I made 3 high stitches, 2 chains. And I'm going to make here another block of 3 high stitches, tighten a little more, people pulling the thread from the beginning. I teach here, I pass the 3. Oh, wait, now it's gonna work out, huh? Oh, there 1. Two and 3. Now I'm going to teach you how to close this box. Oh, have you formed a square yet? I'm not going to make 2 little chains and close with a very low point here. I'm going to close it in a way that will be very discreet, the union of careers. I'm just going to make a little chain. I'm going to make the loop and I'm going to enter the second chain here that I made to start. Remember that it was worth a high point. Oh, 12 on the second. I'm going to enter and I'm going to do it here. Oh, like this, and a very low point. Oh, I'm going to take everything at once and I close the career. Oh, I'm going to make 2 chains that will be equivalent to a high point. I'm going to get more pivot here. So I made 2 chains, which are equivalent to 1 high point, and I'm going to enter here O in this half high point that I made here. Oh, I make my high points. Oh, I already made 2, right? That the chains are worth a point plus a 3. Look how discreet it was, see? And then here is a corner of the square, but it will be incomplete because I will continue here. Oh, and then I finish here because always in the corners of the square I make 2 little blocks, okay? So what am I gonna do now? No chain, no nothing. I'm going to the next space because I want the square to have the smaller holes, not so big, so I'm not going to make a chain. I'm going straight there in the next space. And I'm going to do my little block here with 3 high points, 12 and 3. How's that? It's the corner of the square. I'm going to make 2 little chains, and I'm going to enter here in the same space, and I'm going to make another little block. Oh, 12 and 3. I made more. Oh, I made a corner of the square. Now I'm going to the next little hole here that I have, and I'm going to do it directly without chains. Okay? The chains will only be in the corner of the square. Oh, I do it here, so I have less space in my work on my blouse. Oh, 22 stitches high. 3 high points will be blocks with 3 high points, 2 chains, and I do here again 3 high points. So for those who already know how to square, already make your square. Okay? I'm doing it step by step because there are always people who are beginners and haven't mastered, well, don't know how to square. So come on, do the whole blouse step by step, okay? I did it here. I'm going to the next space. Now without a chain too. I'm going straight to the next space. So I'm almost finishing this career here. I'll make another block. I made 12 and I'm going to make another 2 chains. And I'm going to do it again here because it's here in the square. It's 12 and 3. I did here 3. Now I'm going to the last space. Oh, I already did half of it when I started, so I'm only going to do 3 little blocks. 3 high points. Oh, 12 and 3. And now to finish. I will always finish in that way that I taught before. Oh, I arrived here in the career to finish. I'm going to make just 1 chain. I'm going to give it a little roast. I'm going to enter the 2nd chain here that I made to start. Oh, 12. I enter with a needle here. I pull the thread. Oh, I stay like this. I take everything off at once, which is the middle. High point. Oh, I took everything off. I'm going to make 2 chains, which are equivalent is the high point. And here, oh, on top of this point that I made of this half high point, I'm going to make more. Because the chains are already equivalent to 1 high point. Oh, 2 and 3 if you want. You can make 3 chains. Okay? No problem. I prefer to do 2 because otherwise it's a very open space. Note that 2 has already given the size here of my high point and was very discreet. The union of careers. Look, so you will always start as soon as it becomes more beautiful. And we start with half of this square here. Then we go through everything and close here. Now I'm going to the next little hole. Oh, notice that there is a hole here. Oh, I'm going to enter this space, in this little house that was left. And I'll make another block with 3 high stitches, no chain here. Okay, go straight. Oh, I enter this space and make my block there with 3 high points. Oh, 12, 13. Oh, I made it here. I go there to the next straight, no chain. I'm in one corner of the square. Look, so I'm going to have to do it. Two blocks inside here. Oh, I made 2.3 high stitches, 2 chains, and I make 3 more here to turn to increase this square of mine. Oh, 1, 2 and 3. Oh, I made 1 more corner here of the +1 hook, 2 corner. Now there's a space here. I'm going to enter that space and make another block. As you advance your careers, the number of spaces you will have to make blocks will increase. Okay? Oh, even I won't come here. Oh, here has already become a little space in the next career. I will have to come down here and it will increase. Each career will increase more little spaces. Oh, I'm already in the square here. So here I'm going to have to weave two blocks with 3 go straight, no chain straight here, and makes another block. I didn't get all the fibers. Let's go again, and I'll do here 3 high points, 1, 2, and 3. I did the 3 high points, 2 chains because I'm in the corner of the square, and I'm going to do more. Grandpa, did this thread go down a lot, or am I not wearing the right color? Oh, a 2 and 3. Look, I made another corner here now. Next space, 3 high points, 1, 2, and 3. Good for the next space. Oh, it's already a corner of the square. Step 1, 1, 2, 2, chains, 1 and 2, and step more. 3 high points, and so you will even increase this square there. 2. And 3, always weaving in this way, okay? Oh, I go to the next space. Without chain, I make the block with 3 high stitches, 12 and 3. I've come here, oh, where I've started my career before. Oh, and I'm only going to do 3 here because I've done before when I started my career. 12 and 3, remembering that this point doesn't change our career, okay? We always weave on the right side of the piece. Oh, here I'm going to do, I made the 3, I'm going to make a chain, make a loop. I'm going to enter the second chain here that I made, which was equivalent to 1 stitch. Oh, 12 I enter and make a half high stitch. Oh, I take everything off at once. I make 2 chains that will equal me to the high point, and inside here, oh, this one. I do high, that then I have my block with 3, and I'm going to the next space. Look, remember there was only 1 here? Now I have 2. It will always increase. You have to go down in all of them, okay? Oh, 2 and 3. I go to the next space and make another block with 3 opas at 2 and 3. Look, half corner of the square. I arrived here in the corner. I always do 2, okay? Don't forget if it won't go wrong. I make a block with 32 and 3 2 chains, 3 more high points in this same space, 12 and 3. Here I'm going straight to the next one. I make another block with 3, and so you'll get there at the end. Close it in the way I showed. So here, oh, you're already increasing my square here. So I'm going to weave here, oh, throughout, until I get here to close this career again with you. so that it stays. Well, of course, how do I close my career? And look, I realize that we don't see where the careers are splitting. I think it's fine, right? Nice way to close it. If you don't want to do that, no problem. You can take it and close it on the second, third chain. I don't know how many you're doing with a very low point. Do the 2 chains and move on, okay? But I'm going to do it that way. So I'm going to weave here the whole career. When I get here, I'll come back to close with you again. I went through the career and arrived here to close. So I made my block with 3 high points. So to close, I'm going to do just 1 more this time with you. I pass here a chain. I just give the loop and I enter here in my second chain, which is equivalent to the high point. And I make a very low point. It's, excuse me, a half high point. Oh, I pull the string and take it all off at once, he says. In this way, now I make 2 chains that for me are equivalent to a high point. And now I enter here, oh, in this space here, oh, and do my others. Highs, oh, 1 and 2, and I have already started the new career. Oh, and I closed here, and it turned out very cute. I go to the next space and pass my little blocks. I will. So, until you reach the size, I will explain to you what we are going to do here are the sleeves and the bust, the front, the veil, the neckline. Through this square, I will show how I have a ready already. So here I have 1 of 2 ready. I went doing that way that I explained to you. Oh, I went and reached 44 centimeters, oh, from one end to the other, until for me it gave 44 centimeters, 25 rows I went weaving from here. Oh, from the first I counted. Oh, here from the first, 12, 34, 5, 67, 8, 9, 1, 0. 11, 121, 3, 14, 15, 6, and 7, 18, 9, 21 of 2, 24, 25. There are 25 careers I did. It gave 44 centimeters both day 5 and day 5 because it is 1 verse 2. It's now I'm going to show you how that I got to this ideal size for me. What are we going to do with these 2? You're going to weave 2, okay? So this one is ready, and this one that I'm starting with you, I'm going to weave until I reach 25 rows, 44 centimeters. I'm going to show you now for what you understand what you're going to do with these 2 squares, right? And so that you can take the measurement very precisely on your body, okay? So now I'm going to show you, I have 1 more or 2 here of fabric, so you know how it measures and what we're going to do with these squares. I'm here, I didn't cut the thread when I finished. You don't cut the long one either, okay? To do the sewing, I'm going to take this square, I'm going to put it here on my shoulder. It's going to be the collar, it's going to be the sleeve, 3/4 and V neckline. So I measured here, about where I want my cleavage to be. And here's my sleeve. So the bigger you make the square, the wider the sleeve will be, and the deeper the neckline. So for me, I thought it looked good like this much neckline here and the sleeve here. So this right here is what you're going to do with squares, right? And you will sew from here to here under the arm. Mine will give more or less where I started here. Sewing. So if you want to put on the marker here where it won't squeeze your armpit here, it will give you a space. You put the marker here, and then you will sew, and we didn't cut the thread. We will sew up here. You will close the sleeve and it will stay open. The neckline is then this one that we are going to make with the squares. So 21 for each side. So mine here gave 25 by 5 careers, 44, right? So that's what you're going to do. So if you increase too much, it will increase the neckline, so I don't want him to open. And also the sleeve already, it got loose for me. I thought it was already right enough. And then you have the option to leave the sleeve like this, wide. Just do a little bit here, or you can taper close, and I'll do my closed and brodadinha here. Then I'm going to do about 2 careers, decreasing points, closing here. Then you choose whether you want to leave it like this, or wide, or but that's further down the road in the sole steps. For now, I just wanted to show you. How do you measure the right square here? So I'm going to finish the other square, then I'll come back to show you how we're going to sew it. So mark it there. After you measure it first, mark mine. It will match the line where I started, but I'll come back later and show you step-by-step director. So let's make the square, and then I'll weave mine. As soon as I finish, I will return to show the next one. I came back here. That I have the 2 squares woven with 25 rows or 44 centimeters. So I'm here with them ready. I didn't cut the thread because I only had this left here from each ball to make each square. Okay? So I didn't cut it, I just left it, the leftovers, so I use it on the body of the blouse. So I didn't cut it. And then I started the other one with a new ball. If you want, you can cut it short and then you tie a thread and start sewing. Or you can tie a thread and start sewing, or cut it big, okay? Or see what's best for you. Yeah, what you're going to do now is put it on your arm and see how far you're going to sew. I'll get one of them here. And I've already made my mark, put a marker here, because I found it right here on the middle line. It would be ideal for me to sew, not to be tight under the arm, stay a sleeve in a good size, and a neckline also in a good size. So this is my first career. I continued from here. Okay, I did it like this. I went from there. On top of this one, there is this, okay? I went like this, from career to career, in this direction. I put the marker. So I'm going to sew from here, from this end to here. And yes, I will show you how we are going to do this union. I have the right side of the piece up, okay? Then I'll turn it around. I'm going to turn it inside out, fold it in half like this, okay? So I folded in half my square where I made the marking. Here's the waiting wire that I'm going to join here. This right here is the flip side of the piece. I'm going to show you the position of the points. So, look at the crumb, what it looks like, and the little thread here. So the position of the points here, inside out is this one and here, right? So I'm going to leave the right in, and the inside out, to make the posture on the right side, is on the inside out. So I turned my square over here, and I'm here with the wire on hold. I closed my career the way I had been closing. I'm only going to turn here, because this is where the thread is for me to start. So what am I going to do? I'm going to sew here. How am I going to sew here? I closed it. I'm going to bring it closer now. You understand, right? Double the square in half and mark where you want your seam. Are you resuming? Here, as I closed the career as it came.
Closing the whole job, I'll adjust.
Here. Alisada, now I'm going to take it here, Right in the center of this one. I get right in the center.
And I will get the wire, pull the wire, and make a point low. Let me see if I can zoom in for you to see better. So I inserted it into the little space. And I made a low point.
I'll insert the needle here on the first stitch and on the back side.
I'll go there first.
Point 2, I come in
with a needle. And I do. a low point. Then here you don't squeeze too much and don't leave too much. Let go, okay?
And I make a low point. That's our stitch, right? I'm going to the second point and the second point here, Oda.
Back side.
I enter with the purple needle and make a low stitch.
I'm in third.
Point, I enter with needle and go there to the third point from the back. With needle, I pass the low point.
I'm moving to the next stitch. Oh, first of this. Walking. There and the first of the other. Then take care of me. Give me a crooked seam, okay? I'm going pretty straight. Oh no.
The second point right here, addressing the second.
Straps, all right. Enter from the top of the point very easily. Oh, enter. Here at the point, and get into the point here. So then you proceed where you marked, doing the stitching.
Create low stitches for this seam.
And then it goes like this. Oh, on the side. The sewing will be very beautiful from the right.
Okay.
So I make my seam like this, with low stitches, without tightening too much and also not leaving too loose. And am I going to?
Each point is distinctly yours to decide upon.
Does it go to where you marked it, which is the ideal size?
Is your play going to?
Point by point, take the point here and the point there. On the other side, ensure it remains perfectly straight and avoid any crookedness. Oh, why here? It's the beginning of the play, yeah. It's going to be the end of the sleeve, so it has to be pretty straight. I'll do my sewing.
Like this, this way, okay? There's no secret to this seam.
It's very simple, it's the only one.
Part of the play that we go sew it, okay? You won't stay.
Sewing various items over there, hence I shall proceed.
Do this on the blouse like me.
Finish this square here, me.
I will return to demonstrate how the other one ended up there, don't you think?
I'm going to record video because it's very simple and it's the same as this one here. You wear it, you mark it. So the way you did this one, you do another one. The amount of
stitches not to get crooked the blouse, so I will finish here and return with you to show the result of.
Then I'll proceed to sew.
I sewed it up. Where had I put the marker? So what did I do? I put it on me and it worked great. So I pulled her roasted here, and went over there and dressed before I cut wire, before I did anything, because I could decrease or increase then.
That's the advantage of sewing with
crochet needle and making low stitches, and then you for yourself.
You need to dismantle it. It's easy, right?
Adding more is also easy. So for me it worked super well. I sewed it here, I'll leave it.
Show you numerous reasons, 01.
23, 45, 67, 89, 11, 53.
Reasons I sewed.
To make the sleeve and hear me.
It's remaining
12, 34, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This string of numbers holds a certain rhythm.
11, 12 reasons left.
So I mixed 13.
4 mango, and there are 12 reasons left for me to make the body of the pizza here.
At this point, I've reached the conclusion.
I will.
Pull here my pitch that
I made it really big.
To dress, it did.
Absolutely perfect, and now I will meticulously fashion that one, then skillfully execute a slight throw here. Oh. And can I cut the wire now? I can cut the little wire, that's all.
Thus, you can conclude it neatly and conceal it right there.
Lastly, okay, I'll trim it moderately sized, then I'll stow it.
Inside the play.
And here, are you completely prepared for what's next?
Cut like this, okay?
So it was like this on the inside outside, then when you finish the seam, you can now turn it over to the side.
Okay, I will turn right here.
Take a look at the sleeve. The seam on the sleeve is quite beautiful now.
I'll do the same, I'll show it too.
How are all of you doing over here?
On the side of the
right, it is stitched right here.
Will it be?
Bottom part.
And here will be the blouse body. Okay, I'll do the same thing there.
In the other?
I received the square, correct?
So did I. Finish the other seam.
I'll undress too and come back with you to show you how.
What are we going to do now?
To put these together.
I have 2 parts, and here I am with both of them.
Pieces here. Turn to the right side with the open part here.
So I'll show you how we're going to position ourselves. To give you an idea, it's like this, OA.
People will put everything together.
Guys, go do the work here, now. Oh, this open part here. It will do this part here, oh, up here, and it will circulate here. This will be the body of the piece. We're going to put these two parts together here. I'm going to show you how here. That last part I did, I sewed and cut the film, but I saw that it was better not to have cut it. I tied it here again.
I'll stay.
Tied up, trying something new I hadn't planned before, right? And I just did it. Didn't think of it before. So if you're attempting
From the previous sleeve that you have, not sewing.
cut the film to make it easier for you. You'll be left without a knot and your work okay? Then no.
Trim to the end.
And if you didn't cut it, you'll go with a very low point there now.
I'll download it here.
Help you better visualize if you didn't trim it here afterward.
Sewing, will you?
With a very low point until these first spaces you have here. Oh,
Okay,
mark that spot.
like I did.
I snipped mine and securely tied it.
The wire then?
It won't unravel if I tug it, so I'll move this wire here.
This way inside.
This one.
Space, okay, so I have the square open here, all. Here's the stitched section, right? Where is the stitched section with the right side out? I'll do it here, see, 2 small chains.
Which is comparable for me. Observe this knot carefully now, so please don't cut it. I made the 2 chains that equals 1 to me.
High point?
And I'll make my little group with 3.
High points here, okay, then the chains are worth it.
For 1 point.
What about this one?
Part is completely open here. Sections 2 and 3 are now accessible.
I'm going to the next space. I'm going to continue the sequence of the dot with each little space.
A block consisting of 3 parts.
High points, okay?
Sections 2 and 3 are ready for access.
What's planned for the next space?
For what reason would I turn you away at section 2?
Understand OI?
Parts stitched and open, all right. I'm at the bottom and ready to follow.
Until you get to this corner here. Oh, this corner of square, okay? I'm making my stitches, my blocks in the spaces as I came. Were you working before you arrived here? When did I? Get here, I come back to show you what. What are we going to do to unite there with the other? Manga?
I came down here, 3 points at home, the little space, and I got here at the end here. Oh, I'm going to make my little block with 3.
Is just 1 enough for you?
Volumes 2 and 3 of the series. And I won't complete it. I'm going to stop here with 3 that now I'm not going to come here. What am I going to do now? I'll get it.
Another one.
The sleeve I have here has an open part at the end.
And the sewn part is over here. Oh.
Stitched, and the open part, what am I going to do? I'm going to lift it here, and I'm joining it down here, so I made the 3. I'm going to take this part here. Oh, make sure I'm right. Okay, out. And I'm going to do my little block with 3 already here. Oh, in the corner of the other sleeve. Oh, I will leave.
Stop, I'm going.
Enlarge here for you to visualize. Oh, so I was rolling down my sleeve here. Oh. The end of the sleeve here was sewn. Here I brought the thread. Oh, I made the squares. Until the end I reached the other side.
Sleeve here. Oh, positioning it side by side so you can see. Oh.
I only got up here. Oh, because I'm working from say back. Okay, now me. I will unite here in this space, so insert
Needle and go.
Do you mind? Block with 3 high points. Oh. It sounds hard, but it's not. Oh.
I did 2 things.
And I did 3.
I'll show you.
Now that's the union.
Oh, now. spoony. The 2 sleeves.
Is it like this here?
Okay, I'm gonna put it down now. Then I'm gonna follow up that one. Hey guys, I dropped the camera.
I raised it too high here. Let me organize it. I'm really sorry about that. So now I'll continue weaving until I get to this point, okay? In that final space just before the seam right here.
Oh, people put together their sleeves. Okay then, I'm coming down from here. Oh, so here I made them.
3 squares. Oh, let's get started.
Come on, let's take a detour.
Every thread I use to craft my small block comprises 3. 2 and 3, got it?
I move on to the next one and I'll do it. There's one.
I'll definitely give you 2.
Sequence, yes, until you get here first. From the sewing, then I'll get back to you. To explain how?
Are you going to do it? I'm back here and there's still a little square left before the end. Sew this sleeve in place and then I'll proceed to make my small block.
With 3-0.
Typically it's 2 or more.
A3, which stands for... Now, I am intentionally going to skip that particular part. Sewing... Alright guys, I'm planning to skip this specific section.
Stitch it together and then proceed.
Pass. Popula. And I'm going to move on to this little square here. Oh.
Okay, so skip sewing and I'll make here, my little block.
With 3.
So,
it was like this. Under the arm at the seam, passing through this small space, skipping the seam, and that's it. Take the first one from here.
Turn here and then I'll proceed.
Going down, and I'm actually doing it right now. Get here at the end. When I get to the other end, I'll come back so we can do it.
Union from the front.
Look at that. How are you?
So here is the bottom part. We've all gathered together right here. I formed a small group and now I'm positioned right here at the corner.
From the high point, we'll go around the corner, here in the square.
And we're gonna join the front here. Make sure it's not
Cheering now for?
This is what I arranged here. Oh, to see that my piece is not twisted. So here will be the neckline. See the sleeves? So it's mine, it's not twisted, it's already organized. Now I'm going.
Zoom in to show too.
is it you first, then me?
I made my way down to this spot.
Before I got here,
It's in the corner of the square, I will.
make my little group with 3.
2 and 3 make 5 in total.
What now?
I'll fetch another piece here.
Oh, and then I'll give you a small roast. Needle, let me place it here. Oh,
In the vast space, I create my grand song. Oh, the number 23.
shall we connect everything here?
The part of?
Front, then it is already joined to mine.
Now we have 2 sleeves. Next, we'll complete it. That's the body of it. Please ask now, and then I'll continue to weave normally. I'll proceed down this path until I reach the career union.
Why us? Have you started this one yet? Side, huh? Then what? When I get there in the union, oh, here's where I started. I'll come back to show you how I'm going to close the career. So I'm going down here. I'm going from here to here, and I'll be right back. That I walked through, oh.
I've spent my entire career here.
Oh, in the seam part.
And where did I start the work here? Oh, so what am I going to do? I'm going to close with a very low point on the second chain, which for me is equivalent to 1.
High point, oh.
I carefully inserted the needle into my second chain. Then I closed it with a very low point, joined the career, and proceeded to make 2 chains that serve as 1 for me.
High point.
Therefore, if 3 chains are required, go ahead and make 3, all right?
Or 2 like me, so this here equals is 1.
A high point?
However, I decided to do this one for the following reason.
Okay, and I'll leap directly over to this spot.
At this point, I will complete my designated reason. 2 and 3, oh, therefore this part will remain incomplete, but I shall proceed.
All around, I will circulate all the work when I arrive.
Here, I'll just do it.
Very elevated.
And this one already equates to one of those reasons, okay? It's just to leave always, oh, early career.
Here it is. Not twisting me. And leaning over there.
Consequently, this extends to 2 rows and it will fit into this small section, this little niche here, where I will create 3 elevated points.
High after and close with 1.
Extremely minor points. So when I finally arrive, I
Return to show.
write for you guys, okay? And here I'm doing, 3. Normally, 3 high points always to the right side of the piece. I don't rotate.
The job.
I close there and
I'll proceed further. Understood? I do.
here, 3.
I'm on to the next one.
Space, I do 3. I will weave my entire piece here until I reach the union. Here, so I'll weave, I am.
Here I go. Go around. Here when I get there. Here in the union. I'll come back to show you how we do.
You gonna do it?
This is the block with 3, which is coming back now, right?
I've arrived here, in the union section. So, gentlemen, should I jump directly into it?
Space, look at that.
A large hole will be in front here, so it won't function. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make a little block here, in this space here that
It stayed?
at this spot I'm going to construct a block with 3. Will 2 and 3 become even better soon?
Our job.
And I go to this space and make the little block with 3.
Sure. Look at that.
Nice, guys.
We are already shaping our neckline beautifully here. See how effortless it is.
And beautiful.
And now I'm going.
Weaving like this, the blocks normally, okay? I'm gonna weave mine until I get there on the other side, up here on the other seam. So here, you're going to weave in each little space. You're going to weave the little block with 3 stitches.
When will it arrive?
Here.
I'll be back for.
Do it again together with you. So I got here on the other amendment, and I'm going to do it.
I did the same thing with the 3.
Last here on this one.
Space.
And I go here, in this space.
Here, and I make my other block with 3, so now the blouse is already taking shape. It's already getting.
It's exceptionally beautiful, replicating 2 and 3 from here as I intend.
Oh, at this place, and I'm heading here. So now it's forming, and presently myself.
I'll go down until I get to the amendment.
Professionally, all right? I'm descending in the usual manner.
For every little block space, when I get there in the career splice, I
Return to show.
for you,
How are we going?
close it and keep going. I've reached here.
Alternatively, to conclude. Oh, there's actually 2 missing here.
The 2 little chains we made?
With a high point, so I go into space here. And I just say, okay, Boston second.
Here, it's closed on Monday with a very low chain point. I ended up with 3. It worked pretty well.
So now, after I joined here, on point,
Very low. I'm going to make 2 chains and go. I'll do it here in this one.
space, high.
1.
In 2. And I go to the next space and make the next little block.
2 and 3. Now I will explain here to you the following. I realize that the chains are here. Where I started, where I closed last time and here.
Oh, okay.
So it will always stay in this line, so it won't bias. You will do it like this. From now on you will always close your career like this. So you're going to make a career closed here, like I did, it's make the 2 chains. And
Will you move to another space, or will you?
the same thing happens here. Oh, if I do the 2 chains and already do the here, then it will be alternated. It will be once you will close this.
Form here. Oh,
Make the 2 chains and pass.
to the next space.
E.
Then it simply does higher here.
In the other career, you close with a very low point here, O.
Can you do it now?
Make the complete block here, O. So you'll always switch, okay? Or are you gonna leave the chains here, Pula?
Next time or now?
Do it here. Esim. You consistently keep the small chains in order. It'll tuck under your arm and align with your blouse. There's no chance of bias if you follow these steps.
Not you know.
Close, not take care of, and not close this DA amendment like this.
Stitch of crochet.
Tubular will stop there in the middle.
Yes, yes, yes. In the back or the front?
Dada, the play, okay? So always close like this. Now you will weave circular like this.
Only
In each square, do the block there with 3, and it closes here, always here, the way I explained. Yeah, I'll kind of show you what it's like,
staying.
to give you an idea.
Understood.
However, the entire length of my piece is still missing here, and I need it to stand upright to the required height.
Of mine.
Hip, I'm going to do complementary.
But if you want to do a cropped, I think it will stay.
Beautiful too. I'll demonstrate here with a close-up view.
Excuse me, I'm going to step away.
So you can see, observe how wonderful it is. Look, just the cleavage. That's beautiful. Look, here it is.
Taking shape?
Oh, it's already growing up here.
The body, or the side to make the body or the sleeves. Look at it. And here we are weaving the whole body.
Then they weave the...
Currently circulating only.
Every tiny opening adds to the whole.
3 high points.
To the length you desire, I will weave mine. When I get to the end, when I get to the desired size, I return.
And show them to you.
I connected the final pieces here, woven to the exact size needed.
For my play?
So I weaved 38 rows of this one here. Oh, I counted this little point, this part here. Oh, from here to below, it made 38.
Careers. The total?
Centimeters, oh, up here, measured here from the shoulder. Down here, I got 50 centimeters, right? So that's how my piece turned out.
See how lovely it looks? It will appear more open, forming a large V shape.
The sleeve ended up quite loose, right? What do you think now?
I will show you how we will continue.
Here, make one.
Varinia has a conclusion.
Indeed, I didn't remove the hold, right?
I'll show you how we're going to do it. I'll show you some details. I was weaving with the needle.
3.5.
Now, Bara, how do I want it?
I'll tighten it and go down with the needle 2.5, 2.5.
She's 1.
A bit thinner to give a better finish.
1 gets tighter under the bar.
But if you don't want it or don't have it, no problem. It will also be good because I won't reduce it.
Point. Nothing. I'm just giving it a shot.
Everything is closed here in the play as it proceeds.
Zoom in here for...
I'll just organize everything right here and right now.
So what then? Shall we return?
Here, I've closed the career, and now I'll make 2 chains followed by a half high point in this section.
Every high point.
What do I have here, okay? Then I go in.
At the high point, and I'll do half high point of the launch.
Like it was...
Make a high point, but I take everything off at once, and I'll only go to the next one.
If there is room.
Very big U.
Take it here and point.
Thus, it won't be as expansive. Oh, I leap across this space, proceed inside the point, performing a partial high point. Oh, right at the specified location. Therefore, when you notice numerous loops.
Big here, you get in.
From then on, it gives that adjusted one. It gives an adjusted one.
Better go.
Staying that way, I'll see if I...
Approaching even closer implies more significance.
High points. Oh, subsequently. Oh, observe how the loop forms here.
Big, I get in here inside the
point and do.
Semi-high entering now.
From middle point, high point, I take it all off at once. It's big.
Here I go in here. It does. which reduces the space a bit. That's obvious. You notice that with a needle it's smaller, and when I take it like this, it's already closed because it was my bar 1.
Just a little bit tighter.
So you're going to do so you follow all points until you arrive once again. Over there where the entire career had its beginning, spanning half a point.
High at every single edge point here. Oh my.
Is it going to get like this?
I'll weave the whole thing around the blouse.
Until you get here, Nas.
When I arrive here, I'll show you how I'll proceed with the next phase. Thus, I traversed my entire career.
And I came here, Onas.
2 chains I'm about to wrap up, entering with the blouse, finishing with a low point, then 2 chains.
What now?
Let me see how I'm going to do it here. I'm going to do it here.
Oh, me.
I closed with a very low point. I'm going in.
1 point and the other make a very low point. Now yes, I brought 2 chains here between 1 point and another. Now here, oh me.
I'm going in. 1 point, another, and I'll make a half point too. Place between points. But you deviated and I'll stay, okay? I'm not going to do point by point. It's going to be 1.
Is it a point?
Between each point?
Oh.
Between 1 point and another, I go in with the needle, and do half a point class. Take everything from 1.
Between 1 point and another I go in with the needle and do half a point class.
Should you desire, you can finish at this stage of your career. Point. Low to her.
Keep it simple.
Okay, but I would appreciate fewer details.
Oh, then.
I'm doing between 1 point and another career.
In the middle.
High point, if you want to stop there you can, if you want to do just 1.
That's at your discretion, if you will.
Alternatively, you can craft another variant of bar, the classic one.
What's more?
Elastic, which represents a specified point.
Embossed.
Caught from the front and a raised point caught from behind can also be yours.
Criterion, so I am
doing so, between 1 point and another, the half high point, then you go on doing.
So even sitting there at the end of your career, I don't know if I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do it, and I'm going get dressed to see if got a size.
Good. Or if not, will I have more careers? I don't know. Then I will finish this. I'll put on the blouse to see. If I like it so much that the height is left, right, from the length, I already stop. If not me, 1 to 3 plus 1 or 2, I'm going to do it here like this.
My career there. When I
finish, I'll come back to show you what I'm going to do. I went through my entire career doing between 1 point and another. It arrived here at the end, in the second chain that I made to start, close with a very low point, and do it here. And I'm going to do another career. Then I'm going to finish. So I'm going to bring it here, with a needle here. I bring here by means of 2 chains and pass here between 1 point and another half high point. So I'm going to make more of this career from there. I'll finish it and you'll see how many careers you want to have, okay? So mine will be a total of 3 rows of bar bars. So I'm going to weave my 3 rows. Between 1 point and another 2, without turning, without anything in the same way. It's without right and without reverse like this. So when I get here at the end, I'll come back to show you what I'm going to do. And then we're going to start right there. I'm going to finish it. I finished the bar here and cut the wire, so you were left with 2 centimeters of bar. So I got my blouse with a length of 52 centimeters. And now I'm going to show you how to finish. This thread here is with the needle itself, type APC. I'm going to turn the blouse here so I can do it on the inside out, okay? So here's the inside out. Here is splice of a thread that I have that ended. I had to start another one. So I'm on the reverse side. I'm going to pass. I'm going to walk with this wire. Oh, inside some straps of the points where I find on the way. Oh, pull it here. Oh, I insert it here. Oh, inside the straps behind the point and pull the shot. And I'm walking with this wire. Oh, along from my piece until it's over, or even a little bit. You cut it too big, you pass it a little bit, then you cut it. Oh, pass it here. And so you will do with all the little threads that are left over from your piece. Oh, here I'm going through the inside out. I'm walking, oh, with this thread, sorry, around the stitches. Just be careful not to go there to the other side, that's all. Oh, don't squeeze too hard. Oh, and I'll walk like that till I think it's a little good. Or the whole length of my fig here. I'm going to pass here a little longer and I'm going to cut it. I'm already getting down here, already on the part of what to pass here. Here, then I already hit the wire. Oh, the tip was left. Here, can I cut this little tip? Just these lint that were left. Just be careful not to cut the stitch. Oh, I cut the lint here and already finished this thread here. Oh, my blouse is finished without any thread left over. Oh, this one here. Then I will finish it in the same way as the amendment from the novel. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to do it here with the mango, the good mango. I'm going to see more mango here. Look, she's really wide, okay? And what are we going to do? I will. You can leave it like this and do just one finish. Oh, show it here in its entirety. It was very wide. You can only finish the middle high point like it was done on the bar, but only 1 or 2 rows, just to give the finish here. Stay the same there. But I want to close it. I want to make a fist. So it's very cute here. Because it's wide, it's going to be squishy, and here a fist, but a very short fist, okay? But for that I need to reduce points here. So, if you want to stop here, you can. Or if you want to increase, if you decided to make long sleeve, tie a thread here. Oh, and continue knitting stitch. Nothing stopping you from getting your fist there, okay? No problem. Just tie the wire here and following here or the point. Normally you get there in the size of the fist, but in my case I want 3/4, even with a small bar. So I'm going to slow down. So if you don't want to do it, you can skip this part of the video, okay? Which is the decrease here and the fist, and do it from there. In that case, do as it was done there at the bar, right? So I'm going to organize it here, and I'll be right back with you to explain how we're going to make the decreases here. Here I'm with my bar on the right side out and with the seam up here. So I'm with the bottom part of the bar. I'm going to tie it up and start here. So I'm going to tie the thread always working on the right side, okay? I'm going to tie the thread here. Then I'm going to insert needle, pull the thread, and give a little knot. You can put the wire the way you are used to, no problem. You don't need to do it here like I do, okay? So I'm going to tie the string here to get it started. Here too, I'm going to go down with the needle a little thinner, with the 2.5, so I can taper it more, make it smaller. So here where I tied the thread, I'm going to insert needle and make 2 chains that will be equivalent to half the high point. Now I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do half a high point here at this point. Half a high point, I'm going to skip this one and I'm going to the next one. I'm always going to skip one. Then I'm going to decrease, and the blouse, it already comes with holes, so there's going to be a little space here. There's going to be no problem, okay? So you do it this way. Oh, in these little blocks of 3, let me get closer. Oh, so in the little block of 3, oh, you insert needle in the first, do the middle, high point. Jump from the middle, go to the last of the block, oh, middle, high point, go to the first, do the middle, high point, and go to the last. Leave the middle without doing oh, and get some spaces. Oh, but there is no problem because the blouse is already full of holes, so there will be no problem. I skip this one and go to the other one. Oh, so I'm already doing my decreases. I'll show you. It's like I'm skipping this one, I'm going to the last one in the block. Oh, notice that she's already there. She's already frowned here. Okay, so I do it like this. Oh, I take it here in the first jump in the middle. I go in the last and I do the half high point next block with 3. I go in the first, the half a point high, and I'll go there last. I'll go for the money, and for the people in the middle, I'll go there last, and so I'll even close my career. And look how you already gave that funnel here. Oh, it's already decreasing, so I'm going to do it like this. When I get here where I tied the thread, I'll return with you to show you how we're going to do it. So don't forget, you're jumping a dot here, make the first and last right. So I arrived, I went through the whole career. Oh, I made my last block here and I was left here. Oh, a point here, I'm going to make a half high point to get closer here to the chains. So here, in these seams, I will make a half high stitch. Let me just decrease the loop a little here. Look, I wasn't showing, oh, here. Oh, I started. So here I'm going to do a half high point just to get closer. Oh, high point. And now I can close on my second little chain that I made to start. And I finished the first career, and you realize that it has already tapered. Let me pull back here a little bit so you can visualize it. Look, it's already tapered, it's already closed, but I want it a little more closed, so I'm going to make some more decreases. I'm going to show you now how I'm going to make these decreases. So we're going to work now with half high points too, but now I'm going to take it, I'm going to make 2 chains. I'm going to work here, oh, in the middle of the point, sorry, it's like we did there. I'm going to bring it to the middle of the point, oh, here, oh, that I closed here. I'm going to bring it here in the middle, and I'm going to make a very low point, 2 chains in the middle, between one point and another. It's the same way we were working. I make the half high point. Now I'm going to do the decreases. So here, oh, between one stitch and the other, I'm going to do the half high stitch, but I'm not going to finish, and I'm going to go in, oh, between one half stitch and the other next. I'm just going with the needle. I pull the thread, and I'm going to be like this, oh, with 4 loops. Now, yes, I take them all off at once. So I made a decrease here. In the next one, between one point and another, I'm going to do the middle point, high point, normal. Next time I'm going to do the half high point, and I'm not going to finish. Then I'm going to go in with the needle. Oh, between one point and another, just go in with the needle. Pull the thread, get these 4 little loops there all the way. At once I made 1 more decrease, so I'm making a normal stitch 1. With decrease, 1 normal stitch, 1. With decrease, I want to see if it will look good like this. So if you want, you can do it. Is 22 decreases a normal one? It depends on the way you want it to look. So is your piece okay? So the next one I did the normal half high point, and the next one I'm going to do with decrease. Remember that it's catching between one point and another. Oh, I enter with a needle. I don't finish. Then I go here. Oh, in the next one, between one point and another, I keep the 4 straps. Now yes, I take it off at once. I made another decrease in the next one between one point and another. I make the point half high normally, and in the next one comes the decrease. Oh, I do and do not finish. I go in the next one. Oh, I keep 4 straps. I take all at once. So you're funneling my work even more. In the next one I do half high point, normal, and in the next one with the decrease, oh, I do half high point and I don't finish. I go to the next one. Oh, and then I take everything at once. In the next one between one point and another, half high point normal. Next time I'll do half a high point and I won't finish another point. And so I'll get to the other side. Then it's already getting very tapered here. I'll see if it's already the right size for me. I'm going to finish my career like this. A decrease, a normal point, a decrease and a normal point, and I'll be right back with you. I arrived here at the end. Here are my 2 chains that I started, and I will close with a very low point. I finished my career, and look how well it became tapered. I'll put it away here so you can see it. It became very small. Now my sleeve as closed for me is enough. This here, okay? It's because I wore it, it wasn't wide and it wasn't too tight, which gets in the way when wearing it, because this film is not that elastic, so it can't be too tight. And this bar is also not elastic, so it has to have a little break, okay? So for me, it came from decreases. Now I'm just going to make the bar normally, like I was weaving downstairs, na bara, okay? So I'll do it like this. Oh, I closed with a very low point here. Oh, I go even between one point and another, always working between one point and another. I enter with a needle alone. Oh, I pull the thread as I was doing before. Oh, I bring it from here to the middle. Oh, and I make the 2 chains that will be equivalent to the half high point. I go to the next. Oh, between one point and another, and make the half high point. Okay, wait a minute. Who picked it up? I'm going to do it again because it entangled my son between one point and another. I do half a high point. Oh, and I'm going now, oh, between one point and another half a high point. Only that until I reach the size I want for my bar. Oh, between a point and another half a high point, it's getting like this. Between one point and another middle high point, no diminution at all. Now, okay, then I'm going to go down to the end and come back with you. Are you getting that way? Oh, I reached the end of my career. Oh, here in the second chain that I made to start. It is difficult to visualize. Oh, but you pay attention to the second chain. I close with a very low point, and notice how she now finished and looked beautiful. Manga, look, it was very tight. I'm going to push it too far away. Look how cute it was here, very small. Just with those decreases we made, look how it tapered. Now just follow, it's the way I explained it. So coming here, oh. I closed with a very low point. I'm going to the middle of the next one. Oh, I don't know if you're able to visualize it well. I'm going to approach here. So I closed with a very low point here. Oh, here in between one point and another in the next. Enter with needle, pull the thread, and make a very low point. Brought the point here. 2 chains and go to the next. Oh, between one point and another, and make the half high point. And so I go to the size I want of the bar, okay? I'm going to do mine, I don't know how much, because I like doing and wearing. Oh, between one point and another, I do half a point high. I like doing and wearing, so I don't know how many careers I'm gonna weave my bar for, right? So I'm going to test it this way that I'm doing, which I explained to you. When I reach the required size, I will come back and spend how many careers I will do. In this way, there's a way that I want this sleeve to stay, So I'm going to finish the career here and finalize the quantity, and then I'll come back with you to pass it right. I came back here, I finished the sleeve. Look how beautiful it turned out. So I did finish that one and already did the other one exactly the same. I did 8 careers here in total, and it was 4 scimitars. I'll show you up close. So from the first one here, I put the means, high points until the end. There were 88 rows, between. EU, I did it, and it stayed like this with 4 centimeters. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to do the finishing here on the V neckline. Okay, you can tie the string wherever you want to start, okay? Yeah, I'm going to choose one side, I'm going to tie the thread, and I'll come back with you to show you how we're going to do it. So here, I tied the thread here. On one of the sides, you can start there at the end, on the side, on the shoulder, anyway, wherever you want. I tied it here. It's close to the beginning, I tied my thread. And I'm going to weave with a smaller needle too. It's 2.5, so I was weaving the whole piece with 3.5. And the finishes here on the cuff, bar, and collar I'm going to do with a smaller needle. So I'm going to rotate here to make it easier, right? I'm here on the side of the neckline. And I'm going to do half high stitches the same way I was working the bar and the cuff, okay? I'm going to move a little closer. So I put it here, at the point. I'm going to make here 2 little chains to equal a half high point, and I'm going to make a half high point on each point here that I have. So I'm not going to take it here, in these little steps that are wide, I'm going to take it within the point that will give 1 plus 1 adjusted, then within the point. I make a half high point, and so I go, I don't take this strap that's wide. I'm going to take inside the point here and pass half a point high. And then I'll do all the work, okay? So I'm going to do half a high point on each base point. I'll go there at the high point and make half a point. Half a high point. I'm going to weave mine here. Until I get here. In the beak of the V. Let me see if you can do it here. I'm going to weave. I'm weaving here until I get here, close to the beak, so I can show how we're going to make the turn here. All right? So I'll be right back with you. So here I'm almost at the neckline. I'm going to do the last one I have. Top of the point here. Then there's the side. So I'm going to do these last 20 here now, where I have this side right at the tip of the V. You warned me very well. Okay, right at the tip of the V. What am I going to do here? I'm going to take it here. This point is lying down. I'm going to take it right in the middle, and I'm going to do it here. Here in these lying points. I'm going to do a half high point. Now I'm going here for this well of the V's pout here that they are lying down. I'm going for one here. I was choosing between going inside here. Step half high point. And now here passes the other, between one and the other. And here, in the middle where they are, he is lying down. And now here, I've got the side again, and I've got the top of the point. And here it's point over point again.
Pronto.
I'm going to show you now how it looks. I'm going to open it here. You can visualize it and look. So here, oh, I started here. I came down. Look how the pouch turned out here. I thought it turned out really good. Okay? I put it, and here I'm already going up stitch by stitch. So I'm going down like this until I get here on this side here again. I'm going to weave stitch by stitch, and when I get to the V here next to the other side, I do the same thing. It's the same thing I did here, like this. Take it on the side, point between the points. It's going to be tightly closed, and give it the shape here to see. Look. Okay, if I'm going to follow up, I'm going to keep going. When I get here in the career splice, I return to close, make another career anyway, descending, the points on point, until I get here, where I started with the 2 careers. 2 chains, I enter with the needle in the second chain and close with a very low point. So I had 1 career. If you want, you can leave it with just 1, or you can make more than 1, or you can do stitch on stitch, or you can take it to the side and do it between stitch and stitch, as we came to do. I brought it here. I made 2 chains between 1 stitch and another. I make my half high stitch, and so I go the entire career between point and point, taking more time here. Point and point, I do half point, point and point. That I think I'm going to stop in this career. I'm just going to do 2. I'm going to make this career, and I'm going to dress it up to see if it looks good. Alright? Will I like it with just 2? Will I want more? So you go like this, between your point and your point. I'm going to weave my whole career. I'm going to wear the blouse to see if it's the right size or if I need to make more. That's when I come back with you and show you how it turned out. I'm already back here. I finished my second career. That was enough for me. I closed here a little very low, and I'm going to cut the wire, not going down anymore. And no more career, I can cut it now. I'll give it a knock and I'll finish here. Alright. So I'm done, and the blouse is ready. Just hide these threads as I showed. It's on the inside, you thread through. Upholstery needle or crochet needle, okay? So here I have where I tied the wire to start, and here when I finished. Then later I'm going to do all this, hide these wires. The blouse is ready and the neckline is beautiful here. But I saw it. I'll make a detail. Here, then it's up to you whether you're going to do it. So the B collar was like this, okay? And I'm going to put pearls here. Because like this, it's exactly the same front and back, so the blouse won't have a front or a back. I won't know which is the right side, which is the wrong side of the piece. So I bought some pearls. I'll show you too. And I'm going to show you how sewing is a suggestion. Then I'm going to put it only on the front of the V here, to differentiate front and back. And we'll also give a detail. Will be very charming, this piece, but at your discretion. If you do not want, the blouse is ready and is beautiful. Even so, the pearls I bought are these here. Metallic. She is a size 12, and I paid $3.90 for the small package, which comes with 20 legs. I bought 2 because I think I'll use a bit more than 20. Here's a suggestion. I chose this semi-metallic color, but all the colors are available where I bought it. Now, let's go there and put these legs on. So here, oh yeah, I took an upholstery needle, and with the very thread that I came down the piece, I'm going to sew the pearls here, right? Yeah, so I'm going to leave it like this, just a little bit of thread here, and it's going to be simple. I'm not going to sew with it. I'm going to show you now how we're going to do it in the play. I'm going to organize it here, and I'll be right back. So here I chose one of the sides. I chose the same side that I started here. And I put on the blouse, and more or less on top of the shoulder, I put a marker just to get an idea of where my shoulder was. So I put from the shoulder forward only the pearls, okay? So what am I going to do now? I'm going to insert the thread here where I'm going to want to sew the pearl. Well, here, I'm going to take as the distance basis the little squares that I have here. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see. It's here. I'm going to take as a basis, distance, these are the points here. Okay, these points. If I hadn't done the edges, I would sew right on top of the blocks, but since I did, I'm going to put it right in the middle of the edge. So I'm going to base myself here, by these little blocks to get a very good distance. So I insert the wire here, and I've already inhaled it all. When I pulled, I left a big wire. I passed here. And now I'm going to need to tie here, tie a knot, something like that to learn it. So I'm going to tie a knot here at the end. Let's try to give him another one so he doesn't get through there. Yeah, it's going to be like tying a button, okay? So I tied a knot here so it wouldn't go through. Now, yes, I'm going to take the pearl. I'm going to put a needle inside it. It's a little tight, but it'll pass. It passed, and I'm going to position it here where I want it. I'll come back with this wire. I'll come back with the wire here where I want it to be. It pulses. I'll position it. Did you see that it looked right on the line here? I'm going to leave it as soon as I want it like this. Here, I'm going to come back with the wire. It's like taking a button now. I'm going to come back with the wire. I'm going to pull it tight. I'm going to leave it tight, not much from. Then it will spin here. Wait a minute, I'll just organize it now. Return now. I positioned the pearl right. I pull well. And go back there. So I ran it twice. So I ran it twice inside. I squeeze it tight, and she's positioned where I want her to be. Now I'm going with the wire in the next one. I'm based on this little block. So I'm going to the next one here. Insert the wire. But this is where I want to position it, right? Insert the wire. I pull it all out, and I get another pearl. I insert it here in the needle. And I bring it here, and I come back here. I tighten it well, so it will take a little work. I position it. I press it back here. It's the same as taking a button for those who like it, for those who don't, so don't even put it on, because it's a test of patience too. But I think it will be worth it. It's going to be very beautiful. Go inside the pearl again. This one's already tight. I'll try to get through here. That's it. I needed to give a squeeze, a little push there. And then after I passed here, I returned down here. So this is my second time that I'm passing. so it's already good 2 times. I press it tightly, and I'm going to the next block with 3 here. Here in the middle I want to see, here in the middle. I pull the thread and I'm going to pick up another pearl, thread the needle. So you keep doing this until you get to the other shoulder. It's going to take a little work, but I think it's getting really cute. I put the pearl here on the string and I come back with this string here. Wow. Position the pearl just the way I want it. I squeeze it tight, I come back with this wire. I step back into the pearl. I don't think I was filming. I step inside the pearl, pull it tight and go back there. To the back part here, pull the wire. Oh, I tighten it tight, look at it. So it is getting a similar distance between one and the other. Oh, what I'm doing in each block. So now I go there with the needle to the next block. Oh, this here is the other block. So I insert the needle here. Just put another pearl on and I'll go. I'm not going to record any more video because it's going to be too long. Okay? I think that's enough here. You can understand more or less how you put it. I'll put over the whole all-out piece. When I get there on the other side and finish, I'll come back to show you how it turned out right. So I'm almost done here. And look how it turns upside down. So here the part of the knot is not even noticeable, almost because of the fact that the thread is the same color. Then just make these finishes here all and it will be perfect. If you want, you can put all the ball along the hole, but yeah, I think only the front part will look really cool, so I'll finish here and return when I'm ready.